Hey guys, welcome back to Tower of God New World. In today's video, I'm on an account that I started probably a day and about 2 hours ago, and I wanted to go through the progression of this, not just to go, oh, look at this. I want to have a talk about a few things. There's Hats and his carry capacity for free-to-play players and stuff like that, and then I also want to go into the pay-to-win, because I see in the comments a lot lately is it's a pay-to-win game, all that sort of stuff. So first of all, I'm just going to say yes, it is. Every gotcha game is. But I wanted to go into those two topics whilst having a look at an account, talking about some thoughts for free-to-play players, new game experience, and stuff like that. So this is an account. I have a problem where I just really enjoy rerolling. So every day when there's a new server, I jump in and do a few rerolls. This one, I landed a Karaka. After spending 4 days doing rerolls for Karaka and finally getting one on that other account, and then getting shafted on rates. But like, after doing that, and then doing like another 6 rerolls and getting another Karaka, I'm like, okay, we got to push this one and see how we do. And I wanted to focus on Hats as the main carry, because what I've been seeing from people is that a lot of people, everyone that I see who thinks he's bad, it's that they don't have many dupes, and anyone who thinks he's good is they have dupes. So my takeaway on Hats is he's a very dupe dependent character. So it's very RNG on whether he's going to be good for you in the early game, because if you get those dupes, like mine is at 6 dupes, he slaps super hard. But if you don't have them, then he's going to struggle. And for instance, for me, if I plan to save summons on this account moving forward, as I progress further, though that 3 blue stars is not going to be enough for him to stay viable. You need to get those multipliers up. You need to get the extra benefits from the constellation. So it's a very interesting one. I think Hats is a great one for free-to-play players to aim for. But just know, if you miss out on the luck side, it's kind of going to just stall you. So I think if you re-roll for, a decent SSR plus, which I know not everyone wants to do. So in that case, you kind of just get stuck. But a decent SSR plus can like cover the gaps that he has until you get the dupes. So like I said, I progressed this Karaka account. I got to 6-24 before I got to the 200 summons. And at the 200 summons, I got an Evan. And then we pushed the rest of the day into 7-12. If you want to look at my levels, this is the level that we're at on the thingamabob. And as you can tell on the account, we've actually had some pretty decent rates on the account with characters that we've got. But in general, for this one, I was using Karaka until I got to 3 dupes of Hats, and then I was using him, and then I sort of swapped it up. The other thing that I want to mention about this is I also think having both light coverage and, both yellow and purple coverage is huge, because on those stages where you have yellow or purples, if you can just outweigh them both ways, like you have a yellow team and a purple team, it's so helpful to clear those early stages, and I think it's going to be the same throughout progression. But then I also think having elemental coverage with a key damage dealer is also going to be a good thing, and that's where having units like Kel and stuff like that, the other SSR plus, the red one, is going to be absolutely fantastic. But I think having both coverage is a really strong thing, and that's what really helped me through it. So if the enemies had some purples, I just go a yellow heavy team, taking Hats, Rock, Bomb, and then I was using a combination of her or her as well. Those were the 2 that I was using in place, because that was before I had the Evan. And then if it was enemies with yellow, I'd just bring Karaka, and then I'd bring these, bring Coon, Rachel, and Anima Chick, and then I just, if I needed 5, I'd slap someone else in. But that split really worked well for me, and I think getting your roster varied in the secondary spots on your wish list while keeping your main carry is probably the way I would look at focusing it, and that's what I did. I basically swapped the secondary spots on my wish list between these guys and him, and to try and get it. I also put her on there for a little bit because I wanted to get her just for that healing option when I was going into, enemies that were blue and stuff like that. The next thing I want to talk about is the pay to win side of things, because I see it a lot in the comments, people are getting frustrated that's pay to win. Yes, the game is completely pay to win. If you want to be top of the ladders, it is completely pay to win. There is no escaping that. The other thing is, I don't know if a lot of people have played idle games before. I'm a big idle game fan. And in the way idle games work is in your first few days, you get tons of progression. The amount of experience you get from your loot and also like achievements and stuff like that, and the speed at which you level your characters means you're going to progress a lot faster, always have something to do. But then you're going to get to places where you're stuck at a stage for a day, a week. Like, I mean, without mercenaries in AFK Arena, sometimes you could have been stuck there for a month. But like, essentially, you do hit these walls, and that is the way idle games are designed. And all I want to say is, if you have that thought of spending is going to get me past this wall, I need to spend, just know that there's another wall just around the corner, and it's a never-ending cycle, and that's the way these games work and the way they make money. So yes, know that it is pay to win. So don't get into that trap of, oh, I need to spend to get over this hurdle, because you're just going to hit another trap, and it's going to make you feel the exact same thing, and you're going to get endlessly frustrated. My recommendation to players who get frustrated at those walls is play the first few days and enjoy it, and grind as hard as you can. Because this is why I enjoy rerolling, because I like playing accounts through these first 6-7 chapters, because you can do it in a day. It's a lot of fun. You get a bunch of summons. Like, I've done 210 summons, and you get like, it's just a really nice feeling to get that progression. But then I just leave my main account on the side, and then I just slowly progress on that one as I go. So yes, the game is completely pay to win if you want to win, if you want to be top on the ladders, and if you want to continually progress. But you'll see, even the guys that spend infinite amounts of money, they will eventually hit a wall where they can't progress anymore. So I just wanted to cover that. But then I want to go on to the next point, the carryover from that on my judging of a game is if it's fun free to play, if I can enjoy it. And honestly, I do enjoy this game. I think the summon income compared to a lot of idle game releases recently is really fantastic. Rates, I've been shafted on some accounts, and I've been completely blessed on other accounts. So, I mean, rates are always going to be what rates are. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But I think the amount of summon income, the amount of quality of life and stuff like that in this game is fantastic. So in that sense, I enjoy it as a free to play, and I haven't spent a cent in this game. But once again, it is pay to win if you do want to progress. So I just wanted to get that out. Like, don't feel pressured into spending because of it. And yes, it is pay to win, but you can still have fun free to play. It's just that it's an idle game, and you've got to not try and play the entire game the way you spend your first 3 to 4 days, because it's impossible to do that, because the AFK loot that you get from this, is just like, I mean, early on you have like, you know, the bonuses, all the events and stuff like that, which give you a ton more. So your experience that you're gaining across a day might get you like 5 levels into a character eventually. Eventually it might be like 2 levels into a character. So it's just going to change the way it plays, and you just got to change the direction that you're looking at it from. I know this was a bit of a ramble video with not much, craziness in it. I got some more fun videos planned to go through, but I just wanted to do that one because I've been seeing a lot of like hate in the comments around, just the pay to win aspect and stuff like that. And yes, unfortunately, it's a game where if you're free to play, you've either got to get lucky with your summons, or you're going to be stuck at a lower deficit because you don't have the units or the dupes required. And that's just the way it is. So hopefully that clears it up. But like I said, I've been enjoying this game. If you feel like your account's stuck, you're not having fun with it, and you're like, okay, maybe I made some mistakes, maybe I want to start with one of these characters, go ahead and do some rerolls and just progress through an account if you want to. Once again, it's all about having fun and doing what you enjoy. So that's what I would stick to. Anyway, guys, I just shut up now. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.